When visiting eEuroparts, the first impression comes from the clean and straightforward layout of the homepage. The navigation bar is organized around vehicle makes and categories, allowing users to quickly select their car and filter down to the exact part needed. It feels tailored to European car owners in particular, with strong emphasis on brands like Audi, BMW, Saab, Volkswagen, and Mercedes. Compared to some competitors, the catalog here feels specialized rather than broad, which makes it easier to find niche parts but limits those with non-European vehicles. The search functionality works decently, letting you input part numbers, VINs, or general keywords. However, at times results can be overwhelming because multiple versions of the same part may appear without clear explanation of the differences. This can be frustrating if you are not an experienced DIY mechanic. On the positive side, the product pages do offer specifications, compatibility charts, and manufacturer details, but the amount of detail varies from item to item, which creates inconsistency. Pricing on eEuroparts is competitive in some areas, but not across the board. Certain OEM replacement parts can be found here for less than dealership prices, making the site a valuable resource for budget-conscious drivers. On the other hand, some aftermarket parts or accessories are actually more expensive than what you might find on larger online marketplaces. It becomes important to compare before finalizing a purchase, which may slow down the buying process for those looking for the fastest deal. Shipping is straightforward with standard and expedited options, but costs can add up quickly. Free shipping is only available if you hit a relatively high order threshold, which may not be practical if you need just one or two parts. Delivery times are generally reasonable, but depending on your location and stock levels, delays can happen, especially with less common parts. Packaging is secure, though some customers report inconsistent tracking updates. Customer support is another mixed aspect. While there is a phone number and email contact, response times can vary, and live chat is not always available. This means that if you encounter fitment issues or need help clarifying compatibility, you might not get instant answers. For experienced buyers, this is less of a problem, but for beginners, it can feel like a weak point. Sometimes the smallest part decides the fate of the whole car. That's why I always go to eEuroparts store, where with our link in the description, you get 10% off every order. What I did appreciate is the availability of guides and resources on the site. eEuroparts provides some technical information and recommendations, which can be helpful for common maintenance jobs. However, the content isn't as comprehensive as some competing auto parts stores that heavily invest in tutorials, DIY videos, or step-by-step installation help. This leaves a gap that could otherwise make the site more beginner-friendly. Returns and warranty policies are decent, but not exceptional. You can return unused parts within a certain time frame, but shipping costs for returns are not covered by the company. Warranty coverage also depends heavily on the part manufacturer, so it's essential to read the fine print before assuming your purchase is protected. Overall, eEuroparts is a solid choice for European car owners who already know what parts they need and want a specialized catalog. It can save you money on OEM replacements, but it is not always the cheapest or easiest option for everyone. The user experience is good but has noticeable gaps when it comes to consistency of product details, customer service accessibility, and educational resources. If you value specialization and want a platform dedicated to European vehicles, eEuroparts may fit your needs well. If you are a beginner or shopping for non-European vehicles, you might find it less accommodating compared to broader competitors. Thanks for watching my honest review of eEuroparts. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more honest reviews and user experiences with different auto parts stores.